Hello, my lovelies. Did you miss a reading this week? No worries. Just like your inbox, we saved everything. Here's what the cards had to say while you tried to keep up with the ever-changing priorities. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this compilation for the week of October 6th. Because the corporate conveyor belt of busy work never stops moving, let's see what questionable opportunities the universe has or hasn't pushed our way this week. Today we've pulled the job offer card, inverted, which is basically the tarot deck saying that promotion you've been hinting at, yeah, don't hold your breath. The inverted job offer card is all about unfinished business and the ache of no closure. It's the HR email that promises we'll circle back soon and then goes mysteriously silent forever. Think of it like this. You've sat through 3 rounds of interviews, polished your LinkedIn banner, maybe even bragged to your mom, and then the company ghosts you harder than your ex. So instead of obsessing over the inbox refresh button, it's time to redirect that energy. Focus on projects and people you can influence and remind yourself, sometimes a non-offer is the universe's polite way of saying you dodged a bullet. That's all I've got for today. Here is hoping for a miraculously silent inbox to start your week. Starting off the week caffeinated and ready for anything, except for your manager already sending you a just checking in ping. So let's see what our corporate overlords have lined up for us today. Today we have the 7 of Cups, inverted, which is the tarot's way of saying, just pick something, Keely. The inverted 7 of Cups is all about clearing the fog, narrowing down your choices, and getting real about what actually matters. Maybe you've been juggling 3 half-baked project ideas, promising to circle back on all of them, but only one is actually going to get you noticed. Or you've secretly been job hunting with 12 tabs open, but deep down you already know which role you'd actually take. This card is that moment where you stop pretending you can do it all and finally admit which plate you're letting drop. Instead of overthinking every possible path, treat this as a nudge to pick the option that aligns with your values, even if it's not the flashiest choice. That's all I've got for today. Remember to keep your task list curated and focused this week. We're officially too far from Monday to blame it, but not close enough to Friday to celebrate. So let's see what management has penciled into our schedule today. And don't forget to click that follow button for daily divinations. Today it's the 9 of Pens, inverted, which basically screams, stop panicking, it's just an email. The inverted 9 of Pens is all about letting go of that gnawing anxiety, the late night overthinking, and the imaginary HR scenarios you're running through your head. Picture this. You send a Teams message and your boss doesn't reply for 4 hours. Suddenly you're convinced you're about to be performance managed into oblivion. Or you stumble your way through a presentation and spend the rest of the day mentally drafting your thank you for the opportunity exit speech. So instead of spiraling, practice a little corporate detachment. Ask yourself, will this even matter next quarter? Chances are, no. That's all I've got for today. Keep that panic about work to a minimum. We got bigger fish to fry. We've reached the midpoint of the week where hope for productivity starts to lag and caffeine picks up the slack. Let's check what the cards have to say while we try and dodge all those new meeting invites. Today we've pulled the Ace of Highlighters, inverted, which is basically the universe saying, that brilliant idea you had? Yeah, it's currently stuck in buffering. The inverted Ace of Highlighters represents sparks of inspiration that didn't quite land. Think half-baked ideas, lack of direction, and distraction dressed up as productivity. Like the brainstorming session that's really just an excuse to talk in circles and pretend we are moving the needle. Or when your boss says, let's innovate, and you spend 3 hours debating fonts instead of actually solving the problem. So remember, innovation doesn't always require fireworks. Sometimes it's about sticking with the boring but doable plan long enough to actually make it real. That's all I've got for today. Don't forget to shuffle through your list of out-of-office excuses when you try to log off early. Well, are we even pretending to care about deadlines, or have we moved on to secretly making weekend plans? Either way, let's see what our product owner has thrown onto the Kanban for us today. Today it's the Queen of Pens, upright, showing up in all of her fully HR-approved authority. The Queen of Pens embodies clarity, independence, and the rare gift of drawing a line in the sand and actually sticking to it. She is all about direct communication and unbiased judgment, basically the kind of energy you wish your manager had during performance reviews. Like that glorious moment when you declined extra work with a smile and CC'd your boss so there's a paper trail. That's Queen of Pens energy, calm, sharp, and untouchable. So the directive is simple: be clear, be kind, and be firm. That's all I've got for today. I'm manifesting your urgent requests be magically downgraded to whenever, and your boundaries be respected by all. We made it to Friday, which means that the work week is still going, but we're already dreaming of the weekend. Let's check what the directors have queued up for us before we log off mentally. And don't forget to click that follow button for daily divinations. Today we have the page of laptops, inverted, and she is giving shopping on company time rather than focused on deliverables. The inverted page of laptops represents procrastination, stalled projects, and the kind of missteps that teach you more than smooth sailing ever could. Imagine you've been actively working on a report all week only to realize half the data is outdated and the other half is missing. Your coworker blames IT blames the network, and somehow you're still responsible for the fallout. So you should probably pause, prioritize, and double check before the next round of madness. Small corrections now can save you a massive headache later. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Failure is a teacher, not a verdict. That's all I've got for today. Time to examine where your energy is wasted and where your priorities need a reset. This is your weekly summary for the week of October 6th. The week kicked off with the inverted job offer card, reminding us that some opportunities might look shiny but leave us hanging in limbo. Monday's inverted Seven of Cups warned us that trying to align all our projects and ideas with corporate chaos can feel like juggling spreadsheets blindfolded. The inverted Nine of Pens nudged us to confront those lurking worries before they grew into full-blown office panic attacks. By Wednesday, the inverted Ace of Highlighters showed us that not every brilliant idea lands immediately, and that's what's needed to make the good ones really shine. The Queen of Pens came in to save the day, proving that clear boundaries and direct communication are the ultimate office power moves. We wrapped up on Friday with the inverted page of laptops, a reminder that procrastination happens, but every little stumble is just a learning curve in the corporate climb. That's all for this week. Hopefully your weekend remains undisturbed by the corporate nonsense so that you can get some much-needed R&R. Until next time, may your teams be silent and your meetings be mysteriously canceled.